We don't just build good looking vans, we build some of the most desirable looking commercial vehicles on the road. Everything we do is about how they look, feel and drive, and that is what sets us apart. Over the years, we've become one of the leading names in VW transporter builds. However, now we're breaking into the Ford Transit custom market along with the pickup truck market with the Ford Ranger and the VW Amarok. As you can see, we have always got plenty of vehicles in stock. We're now anywhere between 200 and 300 vehicles around us at any one time, and that has then increased our demand because we can supply, build and deliver a vehicle in next to no time at all. Now this is where the journey began many years ago. This is actually the first van that Mike ever built, which he used for himself, and he kitted it up using other people's parts, so a replica Sportline front end, sidebars, roof bars, rear spoiler, all from UK suppliers, and that is what kick-started the next generation of builds. Now the 6.1 is where we really got into our stride. We decided that instead of using third-party supply bits from different suppliers in the UK, that we could, with our expertise, make one of the best looking vans on the road that looks like it should have come out of the factory. And that is where the T6.1 LVS and LVR were born, with a chin and splitter option, and then after that the full LVR front bumper, along with LVR rear spoilers, LVR rear bumper, tying that kit in all the way round. And that then took us on to the new platform. Everything that we learned with the T6.1 went in to building the new LVRF and the new LVS on the new Ford Transit and the new VW Transporter. Now where we are right now is the showroom that everybody knows and everybody has seen on our socials, and as we were building and refining the LVR and the LVS on the T6.1, we also got an opportunity to buy a unit further down this industrial estate, which we have since turned in to HQ2, the workshop. So here we are in HQ2, and this is where every single one of our vans gets built before it ends up in the showroom where we've just been. So this is a relatively new addition really. I'd say that we've had it around 5 years now, and we've really got a production line going on. It's took us a little while to work out the most efficient way of doing things, but we've cracked it. So over on that side we've got 4 2-poster ramps and a 4-poster tracking ramp. That is for anything mechanical, so coilovers, brakes, servicing, diagnostics, any of that sort of stuff is done over that side of the building. Over this side of the building we've got all of the conversion bays. So conversion can be anywhere between fitting a body kit to putting windows in, to putting a second row of seats and turning a panel van into a DCIV or a combi. And then in the middle here we've got a little holding area when the vans either come out of conversion and need to go into mechanical, or out of mechanical and are waiting to go into conversion. So there's a nice little production line going on here. And another one of our recent additions is our CNC machine in the back corner. So we used to buy pre-cut panels for the back of the vans which were covered in suede, etc. What we do now is we have a massive stock of pre-cut suede carpet, everything like that, so that the guys can just come and pick it up, put it in the van and get those vans in and out as quick as possible. One thing that we've learned, it's all well and good making a really nice looking van, but you have to build it efficiently as well, and that's what a lot of work has gone into over the past couple of years. Now moving just out of the workshop into our leather trimming room. So this is where all of the vans, all of their seats will come through here to be redone in leather. And one of the things that we're doing a lot of now is upgrading the foams on the backrest and making it into more of a Recaro style seat, which is a huge improvement in a van. It stops you falling out of the seat, it hugs you, makes it feel like a more premium vehicle to be in. And again, that's something that we are constantly working on, is how we can make our builds better, make the van feel nicer and make it a part of you. Now this section of HQ2 was originally part storage, so all of our alloy wheels were under this mezzanine, a lot of the plastic stuff was up on the top. However, that has recently changed. As you can see, we now have our very own in-house paint shop, which was the last little tick in the box to bring everything in-house. Now, as I mentioned towards the start of this video, it's really important for us that we don't just build a really cool, desirable looking van, but it also has to be extremely efficient for us to build, to get the numbers out of the workshop and get as many vans advertised as quickly as possible. And that is where the brand new LVRF and LVS kit came in. We learned from our LVR kit on the T6.1 what we should do and what we shouldn't do to make it as quick and easy and efficient to fit, as well as packing a real punch when it comes to the design of the vehicle. And the addition of the paint shop downstairs means that we now can have all of this kit around us pre-painted, ready to go. So the guys in the workshop, they can just come and grab a chin, a splitter and the correct coloured C-sections and go and fit it to that van without having to wait for things to be painted, things to cure, things to dry, which all adds time onto that build. This also means that we can send all this kit out pre-painted, ready to be fitted, if you're capable to do so, or anybody from an upgrades point of view can bring their van into us, and within a full day we can have it turned around into a full LVS or full LVRF van. And that all comes from experience, knowledge and expertise of what to do and what not to do when designing a body kit like this. Allowed us to set the paint shop up in HQ2 was acquiring this unit, which is now being known as HQ3. This was originally, it's actually the same site as HQ2, but when the guys sold this unit, there was a fence across. We have then since took over HQ3, knocked the fence down, and we've made it all one site. Now, this is a 10,000 square foot unit, which is just used solely for storing all the parts that we use now. Because we're into not just T6.1, we're into new model Transporter, new model Transit, Ford Ranger, VW Amarok, we need all the space we can get to store all our goods. So we're going to have a quick flick around in here and show you the sheer scale of what is stored in this unit. Now, HQ3 is still a work in progress. Even a year down the line, we're still working out where's the best place for certain things to be, the more fast moving stock, etc. But this unit has given us a huge opportunity to grow, get more efficient, store more and be able to react more quickly. So this unit houses absolutely everything from carpet mats and bumper protectors right up to obviously all of our alloy wheels for all the different models of vehicles, right the way to full front bumpers and all of the big lumpy stuff like seat conversion kits, leather, EBC big brake kits, suspension. And this is a luxury for us having such a big space, and as you can see, we've filled it fairly quickly. One thing that we do spend a lot of time on here at Leighton is picking out premium partners to help elevate our van builds. So a couple of key ones being EBC Brakes, based in the UK, manufactured in the UK. They provide us with all of our big brake kits and standard replacement discs and pads for any of the vehicles that we work on. And we also do have exclusivity across the UK and Europe and moving into Australia as well, and dual branded with our name, engineered by EBC Brakes. Really cool. Another one is the extra lighting. So extra lighting on vehicles is becoming very popular in the UK. It's already very popular in Australia, and we are working with Laser in the UK and in Australia for all of the grille integration kits, work lights, extra lights, beacon kits, everything like that. And another big one for us is Continental and Uniroyal. So they are our main tyre supplier, and they're our only tyre supplier now. So every van as standard comes with the brand new Uniroyal Rain Sport 5 tyre, and we do have Continental all-season tyres or Sport Contact 7s available as an upgrade. But one of the things that we definitely wanted to do on this new platform was have an amazing tyre from the get-go. So there isn't one budget tyre that gets fitted to our vehicles. It's Uniroyal Rain Sport 5 or upwards. So just a few key figures. Now, when we come down to talking about the body kits that we've produced over the years, the T6.1 LVR body kit, we are now upwards of 5,000 vans sold with either the LVS or the LVR kit on, and we're still selling them today. So we're still selling T6.1s with our full LVR kit on, and they are still as popular as ever. Moving on to the new platform with the new Ford Transit LVRF, we've only been going with that for not even a year yet, and we are already upwards of 1,000 vehicles sold with that kit on. And that could be vehicles that have been sold here, or vehicles that we've converted for other people or other dealers for that matter. And one of the huge things that we spend a lot of time on here is getting the right approvals. So this isn't just a body kit that's been cobbled together and thrown onto a vehicle. We have gone through ISO 9001 for all of our UK operations. We've got whole vehicle type approval in the UK, which has been granted to us by the VCA, the Vehicle Certification Authority. That means that we've had a vehicle down at their test centre. We have done every test you could ever imagine, even down to crash testing the front end of one of the vans to see if there's any negative effect over the standard vehicle, and we can confirm that it actually performed a little bit better than the standard vehicle, so kudos to us for that one. And another thing is also the European approvals. So looking at TUV, majority of our kit is now TUV compliant, which is a huge thing to gain, and took a lot of time and a lot of money to get that approval. But that's where we don't stop. We don't just design a body kit and then leave it. We go through all the proper approvals that something like this should have to give you confidence on the road. And it's not just vehicle sales. Yes, we sell new and used vehicles, but we also 12-month rent them. We also have a parts e-commerce business, and we also have the ability for you to bring your vehicle into us and have it converted into one of our LVR, LVS or LVRF vehicles. So that's a little bit of a quick update of where we're at in 2026. If there's anything in particular that we've touched on that you'd like to see in more depth, please let us know, and we'd be happy to do an in-depth video on certain things that are kicking around or certain processes that we follow here at Leighton. But for now, enjoy.